based on what was seen on surveillance footage aired on CVM TV from the operation in Cherry Tree Lane, the Jamaica Constabulary Force has questions to answer.
The boy name never even depend the clot warrant. All depend the warrant at Cherry Tree Lane. That means that anybody who live on Cherry Tree Lane, free range, them can go in any yard, can take anybody life.
I don't know, but all I know is right now I'm fighting for my life. Whatever depression or whatever suicidal thoughts I have will go away and leave me alone for a little bit.
If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. And don't give it to the baby after the baby is born.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm going to take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's going to work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
Watchdog group Jamaicans for Justice says based on what was seen on surveillance footage aired on CVM TV from the operation in Cherry Tree Lane, the Jamaica Constabulary Force has questions to answer.
Because certainly not enough was captured to raise any alarm bells. And then we saw the CVM coverage yesterday evening, and we said we had to make a statement because what that coverage said to us and raised reasonable concerns and questions, which we support the family in raising these questions. On what basis the police feel it necessary to interfere with the camera that recorded some aspect of that incident? What was the protocol that was followed? And it really left much to be answered when we saw that interference with the camera, because the question is, again, was this evidence that the police needed as part of their investigation, or as some people have been calling for or raising question, what was it that the police was trying to conceal?
And Michael Jackson says while Jamaicans for Justice welcome the more than 40% reduction in murder rate this year compared to last year, human rights should not be traded in the process.
The questions that citizens must join the family in asking: what were the specific circumstances that led to the use of lethal force against Jamar, especially given his apparent surrender? If the media reports are true that the surveillance cameras were in fact disconnected, why was this done, and what steps were taken to preserve other evidence that could clarify the series of events? JFJ, we take this opportunity to reiterate the call for the mandatory use of body cameras, especially in planned and tactical operations, because we want to ensure that there's transparency and accountability. We also call on the Police Commissioner, Dr. Kevin Blake, to give the country an update as to the status of the procurement of the body-worn cameras.
Big up to these organizations that are doing these investigation and all these things. You understand what I say? Even though I believe that nothing is going to come out of this, because sadly, this man is not a rich man from uptown. You understand? They took this boy's life. No, innocently, might I add. No, what do we know? Information and video footage that we've seen thus far. The young man ran towards the door like he was greeting his girlfriend. Saw the police instantly being frightened. Raised his arms. Submitting instantly. He submitted instantly. Did we watch the same video YouTube? Okay, perfect, good. He submitted. The leading officer of the operation, with his weapon, with his rifle in his arms, told him to move to the side. He ushered him aside. Go over there, sir. He's not a threat right now. In Havana Marina, we were seen behind him. The police them that's in front of him. I don't see nothing a bulge in him pants waist. And the police didn't see anything bulging from in front of him. When he was issued as ushered aside, the police them come in and a search. Them kick down every door, search every room. And this is where it gets crazy. They sabotage the cameras inside a private residence. They unplugged the cameras from upstairs. Turn the one downstairs. Turn it sideways, but it was still recording. So what did they do? They unplugged the Wi-Fi. Now I'm saying to myself, if he died in his room and they showed bullet hole and blood splatter on the wall in his room, I'm asking myself, I'm wondering to myself, when the video started, they sent him outside. Since there's a bullet hole in his room and blood splatter in his room, I'm wondering if these police brought him back into the room and shot him. Because it makes no sense. He was outside but died on the inside. These police, all 23 of them, were not wearing their body cam. Isn't it mandated for them to wear their body cam on every operation? Jamaican people, we are easy pickings if we're poor. The boy name never even depend on the warrant. The little boy name never even depend on the warrant. What the fuck? All depend on the warrant are Cherry Tree Lane. Not one Cherry Tree Lane, two Cherry Tree Lane, four, just Cherry Tree Lane. That means that anybody who live on Cherry Tree Lane, free range. Them can go in any yard. Can take anybody life. How you issue warrant and the warrant no button tight? This could have never happened up at Cherry Gardens or up at Karachi. Or up in them big area there. A problem. Who? They killed my son? I'm going to make every last one of them lose them friggin' job. Your life is going to be miserable moving forward. You understand me? I don't want them work even as a garbage man. But you see, ghetto people now have them powers there. Ghetto people now have the powers to alter your life when you ruin one of them. Treat them like dog. No body camera, nowhere. Uno disable them camera and sabotage them camera. You made a fake story. You took an innocent life. Now I'm asking, where are these politicians and when are they going to say something about this disgusting act? I want to know that. Rest in peace to this young man. Sad. Very sad. So the other day, Donald Trump said this.
First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol during pregnancy, can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good. For this reason, they are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's, for instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think. But if you can't tough it out, if you can't do it, that's what you're going to have to do. Don't take Tylenol. There's no downside. Don't take it. You'll be uncomfortable. It won't be as easy, maybe, but don't take it. If you're pregnant, don't take Tylenol. And don't give it to the baby after the baby is born.
So Donald Trump is saying to pregnant women, do not take Tylenol because of a supposed link to autism and ADHD. And social media is so unreal that women, some pregnant women, are protesting Donald Trump by doing what, negusimara? By taking Tylenol while pregnant.
28 weeks pregnant. You know what I'm gonna take? Some Tylenol, acetaminophen. It's gonna work like a charm, and my baby won't have autism.
So the videos moving forward, I muted them because they had music on it. So I muted it. So no copyright infringement, no copyright strike. But look at these women taking Tylenol while being pregnant. And I want you to pay great attention to their eyes. Look at these women's eyes. Their eyes look dead. They look like they have no soul. Look in their eyes. That's crazy. That is crazy. Somebody said, he is an idiot, and I don't believe a word that comes out of his orange face. But the strange thing about this is that these are not the findings of Donald Trump. These are not the words of Donald Trump. These are findings from studies conducted by Harvard, Mount Sinai, Johns Hopkins, and so on. Donald Trump is just a mere messenger. He's just a messenger relaying the message to the people. But because some people dislike Donald Trump so much, they would risk liver failure by taking high dosage of Tylenol, and they will risk autism and ADHD concerning their children. Now, no one is saying that Tylenol causes ADHD and autism, but it increases the risk. Just like smoking a cigarette don't cause cancer. It increases the risk of cancer because cancer was around before cigarette smoking, just like how autism was around before Tylenol. Now, acetaminophen is not something good to put in the body, especially at high dosage. You can potentially kill yourself. Now, for years, I'm not a doctor, so I don't tell these women anything. For all these years, we've heard women being told not to take certain things, not to eat certain things, don't drink, don't smoke while you're pregnant, because why? It will affect the baby. But because Donald Trump came out and said acetaminophen, Tylenol is just the brand, right? So acetaminophen, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, it is linked to autism and ADHD in children. If high dosage of Tylenol can cause liver failure and cause you to die, why do you think it won't disrupt your baby's neurological development? I'm just asking a serious question. Pregnant women have been told for years that they shouldn't take certain medicines and don't eat and drink certain things. So why is it that when Donald Trump come out and tell you that don't take Tylenol, you guys are protesting? When Tylenol themselves came out and said they don't recommend pregnant women taking any of their products. Tylenol posted in 2017, they do not recommend pregnant women to take any of their products. But I guess in this case, it's just hating the messenger. It is so crazy that people will put themselves in this position because they dislike a man. But I want you to listen to this real quick, people.
I got a call, a very frantic call at 4 o'clock in the morning from a husband whose wife is now dying of liver failure on a ventilator in an ICU because she was trying to prove that Tylenol doesn't cause autism because of what Trump said on the news. Mind you, that's a Harvard study. Now, whether or not you believe the Harvard study or not is not the issue here. The issue is that she's somewhere between 23 to 25 weeks and she overdosed on Tylenol and she's going to die. she's not going to come off that ventilator. And the guy got my phone number from somebody gave it to him. I mean, guys, it's early in the morning. I'm still in Hello Kitty sweatpants in my gym trying to work out. And she's going to die. It's going to be, let me tell you something about Tylenol overdosing and death, is that if you aren't administered the antidote, it is a very slow and painful death, okay? Because Tylenol, as well as Benadryl and aspirin, are the 3 most common OTCs that people will typically try to unalive themselves with, so I don't get censored. But now people are just taking massive amounts of Tylenol to prove Trump wrong.
And that's very scary. Imagine you have a wife or a woman that is pregnant with your child. It's her child as well. And she is running the risk just because she dislikes orange man. Might as well just go and smoke and drink. These guys don't realize how powerful they're making Donald Trump, even more powerful than he actually is. This man says that to do something and you go do the opposite just because you don't like him. Will there ever be a day if Donald Trump says, you should breathe a lot, breathe as much oxygen as possible, breathe? Are you going to stifle yourself? If Donald Trump said, don't drink, don't drive, you might die, are you going to drink, drive, and purposely kill yourself because orange man bad? The people who are doing this, they are the same ones who told us to trust the science when COVID was around. Trust the science. When these people said there's no trials have been run for these vaccines. People got their internet, got their social media accounts deleted. Because Google came out and said Biden administration asked them, pressured them to suppress information. So trust the science when it's COVID, when these vaccines were not given any human trials. There was no human trials for these vaccines. These vaccines have been proven to kill people. But trust the science. The same people who are doing this, they are the same ones who believe that abortion should be used as contraceptive measures. I'm not lying. No sensible person would run the risk and play with their children like that. You have some people in Jamaica who believe that you can transfer energy. You don't want some people to touch your belly because a bad spirit, bad juju might harm your children. But because Donald Trump said not to take Tylenol, screw you, orange man, you can't tell me what to do. Your body, your choice. Right, sorry.
A lot of you are hearing that acetaminophen and Tylenol are bad, but we really don't know why. So let me break it down why it's bad. And we've known this for a really long time. It's just our public health policy in the United States is absolute garbage. So here we go. When Tylenol is detoxified, it produces a toxic byproduct called NAPQI. This causes a lot of problems for the liver. It causes brain inflammation. It causes problems systemically. This is not just a kid problem. This is also an adult problem. As we age, glutathione storages become depleted. And if we don't have optimal glutathione, then this NAPQI can increase and build up and cause issues. Tylenol and acetaminophen can pass through the placenta really, really easy. In children and fetuses, they tend to have really low storages of glutathione in general. And so this causes a lot of problems. This can cause NAPQI to build up in a fetus or in a child, and this causes oxidative stress, this causes liver injury, this causes brain inflammation and neurodevelopmental issues, this causes all sorts of stuff too. So in general, we've been saying this for a really long time, we don't like our patients taking Tylenol for this one thing. On top of that, when somebody is really sick and they take Tylenol for a fever, they deplete their glutathione, which in turn causes them to be sick longer. It makes zero sense. Plus, your fever can be really important as long as it's not life-threatening. We like fevers. So there you go.
There you go. A medical professional is telling you how Tylenol or acetaminophen affects the human body and can affect unborn babies who are developing in the womb. Now, you do have studies that disprove those other findings, but that's up to you to do the research. What I'm saying is that if there is a possibility, why run the risk. I pray to God I don't find a woman that hates a man so much she would put herself and her baby at risk. You just heard that lady said a husband called her frantically because his woman overdosed on Tylenol to prove Trump wrong. Now she's dying from liver failure. She and the baby might not make it. And this leads me to a tweet somebody wrote and said, whoever the boyfriends are to these pregnant women, to those pregnant women who took Tylenol while pregnant, better use that footage to get full custody. And I 100% agree, because evil.
I'm about to deal with the ups and downs of life, but boy, I don't know, but all I know is right now I'm fighting for my life. And right now I'm just trying to do anything I can that will either distract me, hopefully whatever depression or whatever suicidal thoughts I have will go away and like leave me alone for a little bit. This is so crazy. I wonder how many other people go through stuff like this. You know, like why am I thinking all of these things all of a sudden? It's like, oh my gosh, my hair has grown, man. I'm dry. You know, I get up every day and I feel like I want to quit. But I don't know, I'm just trying my best. I'm trying my best. But it definitely is a real struggle. A battle. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a bit. Hopefully. Okay, bye. I'm back home. Feeling good, in a much better mood. That was such a great workout. Such a good session. I'm about to eat. Yeah, I'm glad I went to the gym. Did a little session, but honestly, I feel like it kind of, where's my fork? I feel like it kind of motivated me to, I don't know, to want to make something of myself or to do more in life. Like, there are so many things I would like to do. So many things I would like to do.
Such a beautiful young black woman. Such a beautiful young black woman. It says here, former Miss Jamaica Universe contestant found dead at home. A former Miss Jamaican Universe pageant contestant was reportedly found Tuesday evening at her home, hanging from her bed frame with a pink curtain around her neck. She has been identified as 26-year-old Tyra Spalding. The Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communication Network, CCN, told Observer Online that the incident occurred sometime around 6:55 p.m. on Tuesday. Very sad for this young girl. Very, very sad for this young girl. You understand me? Somebody say Bellevue Hospital has a day clinic where you can walk in and speak to a psychologist free of charge. Always remember that what you are feeling is not your fault and you need to seek professional help. Many days you might feel like you can do it alone, but you don't have to do it alone. Bellevue also has a nice park you can sit and watch the birds, fishes, etc. Do not let stigma rob you of seeking help. This is your battle to fight and you can win. You can win. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. Me used to be one of them insensitive people that will laugh off. Well, not laugh. Like, I never see, like, you know what I mean? Like, how can you kill yourself? How can you destroy something so beautiful, which is life? Life is beautiful, but circumstances make life a horror movie sometimes. It's not until I got older and got sensible to realize this is a chemical imbalance, something that majority of we can't manage. And I said we because me suffer from depression to more time. At the best of me I see right now. So I understand where that young girl did I go through. I understand the pain we should have. You look, this young girl is so beautiful. And the thing about it is that the signs were always there. This is a TikTok I took from her page. Pre-Wagwan.
Any day you feel like giving up, just give up. Because it's not all of us will make it in life.
Crazy. This young girl is young and fresh and is yet to experience life. Look at her.
I mean, I look too bad, and I forgot to tell myself something ugly. Look how nice. We lucky.
I'm very sad for her and her family. Condolences to all our loved ones. As Jamaicans, we need to do a better job when it comes to mental health. As politicians, them to do more, and as people, neighbors, friends, loved ones, family, we have to do better too. It's time to give a listening ear to some people who are speaking. Them not talk, but they are speaking loudly. You can see the signs. Them not smile with them eye. Them say certain things. Them are move reckless in her life. This girl is yet to experience some good levity. But right now, she gone. Rest in peace, baby girl. I'm very sad about the whole situation. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know, say One Nation and I'm our nation. My name is negusimara. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so we can grow the fam. You understand? Big up on the badness.